Hello everyone, it's Thomas Jujube, and here's the first of the top 10 Kyuranger videos that you chose. Today, we're looking at the top 10 Voyagers. Now, this one will be different from the first one because now I'm looking at it straight from my opinion. In the first one, I was looking at it more from a mechanical perspective, like how well it worked as an arm, as a leg, or as a Megazord, and that didn't really work for me. I didn't like it too much. So this one, just straight my opinion. Really, any of the Voyagers forms here can be counted, but I won't be looking at the Megazord forms too heavily. This video is mainly just focusing on it as a standalone mecha, not combined to anything. And of course, as I said, this list is based on my opinion, so will most definitely be different from yours. Now, let's get to it. Now, the Washi Voyager has a small size, but it's actually a pretty cool one. It looks angry, which is kind of funny. I also like the pink. Most of it is gray, so that pink just stands out so much, and I think it really works for the Voyager. And the arm mode is simple for it, but it's actually pretty cool, and you can kind of mod it to make it a bow and arrow. So overall, this a simple little Voyager, but I think it's pretty good. Kouguma Voyager is big and chunky, and that's just really cool about it. The tires replacing the hands or paws for a bear is really cool, really works on that mechanical aspect. And the fact that it's technically two Voyagers, the Kouguma Voyager and the Kouguma Voyager, is really cool, and I think makes it unique out of all the other Q Voyagers. And I like how both Voyagers have little orange caps just to tie everything together. I mean, they're both sky blue, so I guess, And then the foot and arms are cool, but I mean, they're overly chunky, but I guess that adds to the coolness factor. This is just a really chunky Voyager, and I think that just works really well. The Ho-Oh Voyager deviates really far from the normal aesthetic, but it still pulls it off really well. I think it's a really cool looking Voyager. The flames on it are really good and kind of show that Phoenix aesthetic. I think the Kyutama actually works really cool as a cockpit. Kind of gives it that spaceship vibe, having it just smack dab in the middle there. What you think about is actually kind of simplistic, but I think it just works really well, and I think it's pretty cool. I just wish it had maybe a little more black on it to resemble the pilot, Ho-Oh Soldier, but I think this Voyager is still pretty cool. More black would have just made it much cooler. Kajishi Voyager is all red, so it's automatically cool. Don't argue with me. It looks nothing like a lion, so like the mane is really small. It's pretty much non-existent. If you look at it, you probably couldn't tell, hey, that's a lion. It looks more like a spaceship than a lion, and I think that's still kind of cool. It, once again, has that more mechanical aspect to it, since these are animal vehicle hybrids, not just straight up animals. And I think that's cool. Then it makes it different maybe from other line mechs that we've gotten over the years. I just maybe wish we could have gotten a little more so you could look at it and go, hey, that's a lion, instead of, that's a weird spaceship. Now the Cerberus the doggy Voyager, is pretty much Kajishi Voyager, but it works so much better here because the wolf heads as kind of fake Kyutama on the sides just really work, and it really ties in to the Cerberus. I can't say that name, I'm sorry, but it really works with the inspiration. It really adds something unique to this Voyager and really makes it stand out, even though it's technically just a repaint of Kajishi Voyager. So this is really cool, and it has an awesome silhouette in robot mode. So overall, just really cool, really well done Voyager. Now the Orion Voyager is actually a weird one. The Battle Orion ship isn't actually a Voyager, it's the Battle Orion ship, so it's not on this list at all. But the Orion Voyager, part of that, is actually a cool little spaceship. The star motif on it ties into the Kyurangers perfectly. It just looks like a massive blaster, but it also looks like a spaceship, which I think really works. It has this just nice kind of slim, simplistic design that just really works well. The gold and navy blue work really well together. And having the whole thing gold, somehow it still looks different enough that it's not like a gold Voyager, if you know what I mean. And it's just a shame it wasn't used too often by itself. We only really saw it combined with the mecha. Now, I don't actually like scorpions that much. They're kind of creepy. But this Voyager is actually really cool. The laser tail might seem kind of generic as an idea for a robotic scorpion, but the light blue makes it stand out, and I think it works here. It works really well as an arm and leg, but still creates a good scorpion. It just looks really cool, and I like that about it. It's just overall really well done, and it looks great in any mode it's in, really. Kajishi Voyager has a 1-up on Shishi Voyager. Well, not 1-up, but it has something better than Shishi Voyager in the fact that it looks like an actual lion. It's not just a weird spaceship. Again, there's stuff going for each, but this is really cool. And again, it's red, so it's automatically cool. And the fact it can actually be used to improve Shishi Voyager and Kyuranger is really cool. So yeah, it has some functionality there too. And it's just absolutely adorable too. Just when it's running around in a show, like looking like the actual toy, and it's just running around making noises. The one problem with it is it's dead white eyes. Those kind of creep me out, but you barely see it anyway. So overall, just a really cool Voyager. Ryu Voyager is such a long Voyager, but it really works for it. It makes it very unique from all the other Voyagers. The bright gold helmet on it really stands out among all the purple, and I didn't actually know gold and purple worked so well until I saw this Voyager. I knew yellow and purple worked well, but I never made the connection gold, yellow to purple. And the Kyutama integration may be pretty non-existent, like at first glance you don't even notice it, but that just makes this Voyager stand apart more. It looks more just kind of like a Chinese dragon than a dragon with a Kyutama stuck on the side of it. And also, like I said, it's a Chinese dragon, making it different from the normal European dragon that we get. And also, it's a dragon. Dragons are cool. Coming in at the number 1 spot is the Tenbin Voyager and the Sky Voyager. Now, I mushed these together for the number 1 spot because they're pretty much the same thing. The robot modes are just really awesome, and they're very different from all the other Voyagers. If you didn't notice, I like giant robots. Tenbin looks pretty cool with its shields, and the scale helmet is actually kind of adorable. Like just 2 little scales on it that kind of make horns. Sky is a little less interesting in robot mode, but it's still cool. I like how we have like the fangs from the snake making daggers, and the helmet I think is meant to represent like a snake charmer, because that's what Sky means in English. And the foot modes are just feet. They get the job done. The arms are really unique and cool, even though I don't like snakes. And they're just really cool because of how different and how unique they are. They really tie into each other really well, which is also really cool for their characters. And I just really like both of these Voyagers, and that's why they're together at the number 1 spot. So that's my list for the top 10 Voyagers in Kyuranger. Please let me know what you thought of this list and what your list is, or your favorites or least favorites. I hope to see you next time when we look at the top 10 characters. Thank you for watching.